Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Road2Ruta.com. Been focusing on the private road, getting those Veritasium tokens out. It's going to take a little bit. It'll be a couple weeks probably. But we'll get them out as soon as we can. For those who don't know, we were giving away a Veritasium token as the free gift with every private road subscription, and obviously it was very, very, very in demand. We ran out basically, and they're tough to get. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, what happens? What happens in crypto if the U.S. government says, oh my God, Reggie Middleton does have the patent for peer-to-peer capital markets." You can kind of get the gist of how Cliff says, the price of Veritasium is going to go higher than the price of Bitcoin, which it would in that scenario. And I think the patent office already said, this is a solid patent for DeFi, and it was filed in 2013. So long before a lot of things came about. XRP. But anyway, besides that, we were able to give away quite a few. We are loading paper wallets right now. It takes forever to do that. Ethereum is the worst network to run any business off. A lot of people using like Solana. I'd say, hey, Reggie, why don't you go over to Theta? Although Theta is probably in violation with the NFTs. NFTs are a violation, most likely, not sure yet, of the Reggie Middleton patent also. So there's a lot of things going on in cryptos that, the Trump administration, you remember, it's the Trump administration that colluded to destroy the price of Bitcoin in 2017, as admitted to by Chris Giancarlo, the head of the CFTC. That's when they brought in futures and options into Bitcoin, knowing that's how you control the price. He even said it. He goes, well, if we didn't do that, the price would just keep going up. Well, maybe the price is way undervalued still. So, no, I don't trust the Trump administration at all when it comes to anything financial. They will lie, cheat, steal, and destroy. They have to destroy everything to clean the slate. That's the problem. We have 3 quadrillion in derivatives that's used to rig every single market. There is no free market on the planet. So I do believe in Trump and the good guys. I think they will pull the plug on this market very soon. Better early than late, and it's way late in the game. Since 1913, they've been rigging this game. So hang on to your hats, get your assets in your own possession. Physical silver, number one. That's what you want for sure. Hands down, far better than gold, far better than any other asset on the planet. Silver has been price suppressed for over 180 years. So it's a big deal when it's not price suppressed. And it won't be, oh my God, it jumped over $50 that it did and almost did in 1980. It'll be, oh my God, it jumped over $50,000. There won't be a bank standing when the derivative bubble goes off. And you're going to want physical silver in your own possession. I do see, when would my sell point be? Most likely never for silver, but when it crosses 1-to-1 with gold, I'll think about lightening my load, swapping back gold to silver. Silver to gold at that point, knowing that gold will be the key part of our financial system in the United States going forward. Silver will be even more important, but we have a lot of gold, basically, is the deal. Over 1 million tons of gold is held by the United States of America in the ground and above ground. I've done a lot of research into this area, and it's absolutely what I think to be true. A lot of it came from the Grand Canyon. It's still coming from the Grand Canyon. There's a lot there in the ground in the Grand Canyon. You're not allowed to know that. Well, you were allowed to know it back in the 1920s. There was a big hoopla. It's like, oh my God, they set the price of gold at $20, which is below the mining cost to mine it. So of course you're gonna, it's not gonna be profitable to pull the billions and billions and billions of ounces out of the banks of the Colorado River in placer gold. So what do? We lock it up into national parks. And there's more gold there. The history of mankind is about to be revealed, if you ask me. And there are ancient cities within the Grand Canyon, been buried for 15,000 years or so. The Younger Dryas, if you listen to Graham Hancock, it's all true. What we're being told is the lie. The facade of what our lives our past is the scary thing. That's going to be revealed very soon. It is being revealed as we speak, just not on official levels. But speaking of that, Trump has gone literally where he should have gone the first time without holding his tongue on anything. Listen to what he said when asked by probably a CNN reporter about Putin. Listen to this.
You called for a ceasefire in Ukraine. If Vladimir Putin doesn't come to the table to negotiate with you, will you put additional sanctions on Russia?
Sounds likely.
And do you think that the war should be frozen currently?
The war should have never started. If you had a competent president, which you didn't, the war wouldn't have happened. The war in Ukraine would have never happened if I were president. But that couldn't happen because the election was rigged.
It's like he's saying whatever the hell he wants. He didn't give a shit anymore. I mean, this is his last term as president. Start off strong, stay strong. Unbelievable. We're going to take our country back. But at the same time, we cannot be free. We cannot be free without free markets. And we don't have free markets. Not at all. So keep an eye on silver. That will break free. Right now, they're protecting the 100-day moving average. We're right at it. And they keep pounding it down. Come February 15th, so in about, 25 days or so, we are going to know exactly, 23 days, 22 days? We're going to know exactly how much silver is being delivered into India in January. Remember, when they started ordering, ordering silver to be imported into India, physical silver, around December 17th. So that will not be recorded on the December numbers. And it was not recorded on the December numbers for India because it takes a week to deliver it. So when the delivery comes in, which is the beginning first week of January, it's been all month, all the way up till like the 15th again, or the 17th again. So 1 month later, it bumped up against that moving average. All this is silver ingoing out of the banker criminal hands, out of SLV. By the way, the SLV inventories are a complete lie. Into India for use, the real physical silver into India. So keep an eye on that. I think the numbers will be north of 50 million ounces for January, the January reporting. 50 million ounces. Keep an eye on that number. We'll find out, right? We'll find out in 20 days or so if I'm just full of shit. I don't think I am. I think I got this one. Anyway, speaking of full of shit, the metals focus came out. What would a Trump tariff mean for silver? It sounds like they're trying to set up the reason. They're the mainstream media and the financial people are going to have a reason why silver jumped from $30 to $300 to $3,000. They got to have a reason. It sounds like a setup for a reason is, Trump put tariffs on silver, so everybody's trying to get their hands on silver because of the tariffs. That's not why the price will jump. It might be coinciding with it. The reason the price of silver will jump, the only real reason, is it's been price suppressed for 180 years. That's a big reason. And they can spin it whatever way they want. So if they use that Trump tariffs as the reason to shut down the COMEX, it's a force majeure. It's force majeure. Nobody has to pay anything. Just settle in cash. This screams, get your physical metal. This is the whole reason to own physical metal, is bullshit like this. So get your metal in your own possession. You won't be able to get it. At some point, you won't be able to get any. Go to your local coin shop. You know them by now. Say, hey, Joe, I need some more physical. I found some money in my couch. Give me some more, Mercury dimes. Give me some more pre-1965 coinage. Or call up Andy Schechtman, Miles Franklin. Hey, Andy, give me as much physical silver as you can mail out. I'll send that check today. What do you have in inventory? So send an email to Andy Schechtman, info@milesfranklin.com. He'll send you a list of what he has in inventory. That's what you want to buy. What he's ready to ship. You don't want to be waiting a month for the right kind of silver, because that month it could end the shipping of silver. We've seen it many times in silver. When something happens in the silver market, all of a sudden the dealers are still selling, but they don't have it. They just think they can get it because they've always gotten it in the past. And then you see delays of 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and then certain dealers will go out of business. I don't see a scenario where Andy goes out of business, but you never know. make sure you say, hey, what do you got in inventory? And he'll tell you. All right. I went back in time and looked at what Metals Focus said about this year, and they got it wrong again, of course. But they said, yeah, India's not going to do anything. The Metals Focus India team recently attended the Silver Show in India. Now, this is for last year, or the year before last, so 2023. The event featured 150 exhibitors and over 1,000 visitors came, with the local silver price broadly rising over the last 15 months, up 30% since the September 2022 low, before making fresh new highs in 2023. Our meetings with the trade revealed an important development, mainly driven by the price. The notable decline in silver demand in 2023 was a key turning point, which in turn partially driven by weaker sales of heavier silverware and jewelry products. Focusing on the backdrop of India's silver demand, the market recovered sharply post-COVID, with total demand touching 8,932 tons in 2022, a new high. And turning to 2023, our discussions with the retailers and manufacturers suggest that the normalization of demand in 2022's record level, along with high silver prices, contributed to last year's remarkable weakness. Silver prices tested a record high of Rs 78,000 on several occasions. But look what it says about the projected 2023. Among the key areas of silver demand, we estimate that silverware recorded the largest fall of 60% year-on-year in 2023, followed by jewelry and retail investment 50% and 46%. In particular, the scale of the decline in silverware demand was the largest in our series, with 2023 declines worse than the COVID-induced 2020. Then he gets to, where do they talk about? So this is January of 2024 when this came out. And look at their forecast for India. This is the forecast, and it's actually double that. They got it 100% wrong. Although our discussions with key retailers and manufacturers suggest a weight reduction of about 8 to 10% in 2023, this trend accelerated last year as silver prices traded near record highs. Looking ahead, though, the industry believes the average product weights now broadly have stabilized as consumer become accustomed. So they're saying it's the prices have stabilized the silver market this year. This year, silver imported to India, or 2024, which is what they're talking about, 2024, silver imported into the United States. Now, this is 2023. This one, 2024. Do you see how they get me? 2023 January is when they're saying this is going to come in. So this is the 2020. So they were talking about 2023. Their estimates for 2024 was that it was going to stabilize, and it went up 250% for India, up 250% for silver imported to India, 250%. So they missed by 250% from stable. It's crazy, I know. Speaking of crazy, Millennial Bank Des Plaines, Illinois, assumes all bank deposits of Pulaski Savings Bank. We have our first bank failure, and it's a quirky one again. The FDIC does everything they're trying to do just so that you don't panic. Just so you don't panic. And as a matter of fact, this is from the IDFPR, which is the actual IDFPR, the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulators Division. This is the regulator of just Illinois. Illinois is a criminal state when it comes to finances. The Illinois Department of the IDFPR division, in cooperation with the FDIC, took possession and control of Pulaski Bank's Savings Bank in Chicago today, due to unsafe and unsound condition, along with impaired capital position. Millennium Bank, an Illinois chartered bank and a minority depository institution, who cares if it's a minority? I think that's going to be becoming legal under Trump, by the way, is discriminating based on the color of your skin. That's what all this, all the DEI, the diversity, equity, inclusion, it's talking about discrimination based on the color of your skin. Doesn't matter what your skin. Americans are Americans, and we are colorblind to the color of your skin. Sorry for anybody that offends, but that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. People are people, and you make what you make based on what you do and how you progress in this lifetime. Anyway, we want to stress that not one customer with deposit at Pulaski Bank will lose a penny. So the unsecured depositors didn't lose a penny again because they arranged a takeover by another bank. So you look at the FDIC notification, how much did it cost the taxpayer? And that is right here. As of September 30th, 2024. So I don't know why they're going back to September 30th. Pulaski Savings Bank, because they didn't want to report the fourth quarter because it was such a disaster. Pulaski Savings Bank reported total assets of $49.5 million and total deposits of $42.7 million. How is that even possible? When you have total deposits of $42.7 million, you can create 9 times that, right? They should have somewhere around $400 million because it's fractional reserve. How could you only have assets of $49 million when you have $42 million in total deposits? Millennium Bank agreed to assume all deposits at the time of closing for a 4.61% premium. It will also purchase approximately $45 million of the failed bank assets. Okay, so there you have it. You have a bank of total assets of 49. The bank that took them over is buying 45 million, so that leaves 4.5 million for the savings bank of assets, right? That'd be the toxic assets that the FDIC should be taking over. And it says the FDIC will retain the remaining assets for later disposition. But then the FDIC says the FDIC preliminary estimates that the failure will cost its deposit insurance fund about $28.5 million. How is that even possible? It's possible with derivatives, right? If you don't count a derivative as an asset, if it's just a liability, of course you're going to be screwed. So these guys who have 42 million in deposits and 49 million in assets, somehow the FDIC says it's okay that we pay $28.5 million to take care of this shortfall. I mean, why not have the bank just sell all its assets if they're really worth $49.5 million, which they aren't? It's the other assets, the derivatives that this monster is being destroyed, basically. So the FDIC is basically taking over the derivative book of a failed bank. Now, show me where in the FDIC charter it says that's okay. It doesn't say that's okay because it's not okay. But they're trying to hide it by having this other bank take over. Oh, your depositors won't lose anything. So people who had deposits over $250,000 in the bank aren't going to lose anything. FDIC it shouldn't be doing this. I think it's against their charter. It's illegal to bail out more than what they insure. They only insure deposits up to $250,000 per depositor. There's no way that the FDIC should be losing that much money, period, unless they're doing something illegal. And I'm sure there's a statute. Well, it's a systemic bank, Bix. You don't understand. Yeah, I understand. Anyway, let's talk a little about Theta and T-Fuel. I think Trump has just announced. He announced a very big thing for AI. Right in here. Trump and AI. Where was it? I just saw it. It's a partnership, $500 billion partnership with Larry Ellison and a couple other guys. I'm going to find it. 12 billion. Oh, this is plans 12 billion AI investment spree. Is that it? It was. Oh no, that's for buying TikTok. Hold on. I think it was 500 billion they want to invest the government into AI infrastructure, and they want to own half of it. By the way, I don't know where it went, but it's very pro anything AI. All you got to think is okay. AI is impossible. It's impossible to scale with the speed and timing. You can't make that much hardware that fast. It can't be done. How do you fix that? Theta. What does Theta do? Theta takes all unused capacity and makes it available to share. So let's just say they're in the world, and we're going to downsize this. Let's say there's a trillion gigabytes of available of total hardware storage capacity. That number is completely wrong. Say it's 1 trillion gigabytes. I don't know how much that number is. But you have 3 trillion gigabytes of unused data. Like, your hard drive isn't fully full right now, is it? It's maybe, if you've had the computer a little bit, maybe you're 60, 70%, and maybe the rest is stored in the cloud and things like that. There is available capacity on your hard drive, and the Theta software allows you to share it. So we can expand AI very fast by using a decentralized, using an edge node that literally shares data. And that's why Amazon, Google, Microsoft have all teamed up with Theta. Now, is that reflected in the Theta price? Absolutely not. Why is it? Because 99% of the investors in cryptos are little meme chasers. They're little meme chasers. They don't look at what the company does. They look at, are my friends talking about it? Is it going up 20% a day? I'm going to run after that. Meanwhile, they're missing an opportunity of a lifetime in a solution to a real problem, expanding broadband, expanding storage capacity, expanding computational speeds for AI. That's a real problem, and Theta has real solutions, and they're partnering with the people who, one word from Google about Theta saying, we're partnering with Theta Cloud because the Theta Edge node, because our cloud is full. Boom. Theta goes from $2 to $200 in a blink of an eye. That's what we're into Theta for. We're into Theta because it is a solution for this future, high-tech future we're headed into that Cliff had been talking about for a very long time. I love Theta. Right now I'd buy Theta Fuel, and then when those level out somewhere around 15 to 10 to 1, nobody really knows what it'll be. And then Theta has announced that they're going to be making a more of a incentive to get T-Fuel or T-Drop, which is the token used for mainly NFT type stuff. And NFTs are extremely important for the future. Not the meme coins and all that, but the ability to use smart contracts will invade every single industry, especially the legal industry. Smart contracts, it's a timestamp that you cannot change. And just, if like you're recording the data that you bought a house on this specific date, money was transferred at this specific time, the blockchain is perfect for that. And that's the type of thing that T-Drop would be helpful for, the smart contract side of things. So I think you get like 20 or 30% if you stake your T-Drop. It's really interesting. And I don't think there's a waiting time to get it out. Anyway, so I like, right now, I love Theta. I love even more T-Fuel at these prices. And then T-Drop, that's a long way in the future, but they're working hard on that. Anyway, if you're chasing meme coins, try to rethink, figure out what the future, the next 3 to 5 years, what the world's going to look like. I think it's going to be absolutely littered with AI processes, good and bad, by the way. There's good and bad in everything. But Theta should be, I would assume, because they have all the patents on it, the number one the number one token for decentralized computing. Decentralized computing, meaning hard drives, broadband. It can expand broadband, and everybody knows it's tired of the little circle going around and around on their TV. It's just getting worse with AI. Everything is clogging up, and the Theta team invented a way around that. Take your pick, and they're going on to a U.S. exchange this year, which means probably all exchanges will have it in the U.S., so Coinbase, Gemini, and Kraken. You might as well get it before, because once it hits those exchanges, who knows how high it can go. $7-8 instantly, and then who knows. So, Theta is my pick. Veritasium, if you can find it. Good luck out there. That's all I got for you right now. We are giving away Theta, by the way, with every private road subscription. 5 Theta, 50 T-Fuel, and 500 T-Drop loaded on a paper wallet, mailed to your front door with every private road subscription and renewal. This is Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.
a true story about a man just like you. He worked his whole life, he was honest and true. Built up a nest egg the way they said to. Invest in the market, money works for you. And everything is fine, picking the winners every time. Started to believe he can make dollars out of dime. Little did he know he's being primed for a fall. The riggers let you play, then the riggers steal the ball. We want free markets, not a million phantom trades. Lest everyone's honest, we're gonna lose what we made. We got to shut down exchanges, trade one for one. We want free markets, well, our work's just begun. Free markets are the road to freedom. Capitalism, not as bad as they say. The world has never tried it, rigging markets every day. Socialists fail every time in every way. We need a better system to forge a better day. We want free markets, not a million phantom trades. Lest everyone's honest, we're gonna lose what we made. We gotta shut down exchanges till they trade one for one. We want free markets, our work's just begun. Free markets are the road to freedom. I said free markets are the road to freedom. Crypto solution, if only done right. We can take out the liars, bring dark into light, and trust in the math, not the people who lie. I think we can make it if we give it a try. We want free markets, not a million phantom trades. Lest everyone's honest, we're gonna lose what we made. We gotta shut down exchanges till they trade one for one. We want free markets, our work's just begun. 'Cause free markets are the road to freedom. I said free markets are the road to freedom. Free markets are the road to freedom.